Sometimes it feels odd to review the cheaper elements of the motherboard market. The more expensive models have more to play with, whereas the sub $160 market for Z97 comes down to the choice of an individual controller or two. Here's where brand loyalty and styling seem to matter more than absolute feature set. To make matters worse for MSI, one of the other manufacturers is also branding their motherboards with Gaming X, making it harder to forge that nomenclature as a brand. Today, we are looking at the brand new MSI Z97 Gaming 5 at $160. Is it worth it? To learn more, watch the whole video. The motherboard overview. One of MSI's main focus points of the 12 months has been style. This typically means fashion heatsinks, almost invisible traces, and if possible a reduction of on-the-board components, trying to balance price as well. MSI wants its motherboards to be shown off rather than hidden inside a case, such that other users can show it off to their friends and perhaps entice them into a similar build. The Gaming 5 aims to the more cost-conscious Haswell build while still maintaining a full 80x size in the red and black scheme. On the gaming side of the hardware equation, the Gaming 5 is fitted with a killer E2205 network port, which comes with application prioritization software, as well as an enhanced Realtek ALC 1150 audio solution via Audio Boost. For users with USB DACs, there's a feature to offer enhanced power to a pair of USB ports as well to improve power signal quality. There's also M.2 support for 22x42mm to 22x80mm devices up to PCIe 2.0x2 speeds, and all the fan headers on board are 4-pin. So this was my friend Kushagra unboxing the MSI Z97 Gaming 5. Do you want to see his face from next time? Let me know in the comment section down below. So coming at the visual inspection, one of the first things I noticed about the Gaming 5 is the PCB, especially in the socket area. MSI would seem to have a knack for making a PCB look polished, especially on these lower end models where there are fewer components. Like other gaming ranges, MSI uses a red on black theme here, with the heatsinks being the main source of red on the motherboard. The slots and port connectors are all in black, and even the power delivery chokes are an off grey as to not interfere with the general look. As the DRAM slots are not color coordinated to indicate to users where to install the first memory stick, MSI puts in a handy diagram on the motherboard. On the right hand side of the motherboard are the voltage checkpoints. This is more an overclocker tool, hence MSI has only placed pads here rather than an easier to use molded array with bundle connectors. Further down the board is the USB 3.0 header, which MSI has placed at the right angles to the motherboard to align with the SATA ports but also to not get in the way of any PCIe devices. MSI uses the 6 SATA 6 Gbps ports from the chipset, all of which are RAID 0, 1, 5 or 10 capable. SATA 5 or 6 share bandwidth with the M.2 when the M.2 is in SATA mode. So there is a small amount of mental juggling to perform when installing storage. This is despite M.2 is still a few quarters away from mainstream sales. Note that there is no SATA Express, perhaps indicating that SATA E should be reserved for the more expensive produce on the shelf. The bottom of the motherboard has the front panel headers, 2 USB 2.0 headers, a TPM header, a COM header, and an interesting addition as the audio power header. One of MSI's features is better USB power. This uses a bundle adapter and 4-pin Molex to drive a fresher 5V signal into the USB on the rear panel to give a power signal with less jitter. The concept being that it would benefit USB audio users for better signal transmission. The PCIe layout of the motherboard uses X16, X8, X8 and X8, X4 and X4. When the full length slots are in use, with X1 PCIe slots from the chipset added in for good measure. Note that if a device is installed into the bottom PCIe slot, then SLI will not work, as the first two main PCIe slots will then run at X8, X4, and SLI needs at least X8 and X8 configuration minimum to work. The rear panel is a main focus for some of MSI's gaming feature. On the far left are a combination PS2 port and two USB 2.0 ports. With these USB 2.0 ports being part of the gaming device port, MSI's marketing materials say that with 3x more gold in the connector, the port is more responsive and has 10x longer lifetime. Well, is that true? Well, we'll check it out. While the later statement is most likely true, the first statement is dubious. More gold mean that less impedance for signals. Although without overriding software to increase the polling rate, I doubt it would do anything for responsiveness.
So, conclusion time guys. Did you guys like the MSI Z97 Gaming 5? Do you want to see more videos from us, such as a tri-way crossfire or a two-way S-line of the GTX 980 Ti or probably the R9 290X and tri-crossfire? And do you want to see something special from us, like putting an M.2 SSD over here? So firstly, I want to frankly just say thanks to our buddies at MSI. His name is Mr. Frank Sherrup. And I also want to thank Miss Sandhya and Mr. Saf for providing us with this awesome and sexy motherboard. Well guys, like this video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, leave a comment letting me know if it makes it more complicated, and as always, don't forget to subscribe to Kingston HyperX Gaming for more awesome videos just like this one.